What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. This is round number 2 of the PTCGO tournament. We are playing the Rainbow Road deck and tells. We will go second, and if you missed the first game, I'll have a link down below in the description to go watch it, as well as do the link on Facebook for the tournament series as well. So we get Pawniard. Looks like we're playing against a Darkrai Giratina deck, which if you watched Monday's video, you actually saw me take down one, just barely took one down. But I mean, this hand we have Ultra Ball, Fairy Energy, something else. Maybe get that turn one. Maybe get that turn one Xerneas. We got the Fairy, we got the Ultra Ball, the DCE already, and let's see, what is my opponent playing? Like I said, I imagine this is Darkrai Giratina. We saw Dark, we saw Dragon, and everything like that. And we're waiting for my opponent to select their started Pokemon. And we'll see what happens. Can we go 2-0 in this tournament or not? I think it's like 8 rounds or 6 rounds. I can't remember exactly how many there is. And they cut to a top 8. And can we win the whole thing with the Xerneas deck? Just waiting on my opponent now. But I do like those, the 20th anniversary Pikachu Elite Trainer box sleeves. I think that's what they're from. Trying to see if I have the box near me. Yeah, I have the box right here. Which, that's what I think it is. You see the box right here? That's this. Okay, so we see Darkrai start fighting for real. Okay, cool. So 220 on the first turn. That's fantastic. Alright, so whatever, fighting for real, going to that guy. Okay. Reverse value, so they do 10 more damage. And will they play a Sycamore? Because if you play an in to put down reverse value, that's like, you really just want to save these until you're going to attack with your Darkrai or with your attackers. You really don't want to play them straight away. So see, fighting for on the active, so 220. I don't think we can hit 220 from the start. Like 5 Pokemon, 180, 190. That's the max we can do. So yeah, we're not taking a knockout this turn for sure. So we see Ultra Ball discarding a Latios and a Ultra Ball. That Latios is kind of scary, but fast rate can only do 50 right now. Luckily, Pawniard does have 60, unless he plays a Giovanni scheme that could hurt us. But there's a Giratina going to their hand, put on the bench. Okay, and a pass onto our turn. All right, so I'm fine with this. I'm gonna Ultra Ball, discard a Trainer's Ball and Fairy Energy. With this, we'll grab a Xerneas. Come to me, Xerneas. Alright, so grab Xerneas. Put that guy down. DCE. Trainer's Ball. Look at top cards of our deck. We will grab that Skyfield and we will bump that stadium, which is what I said earlier. I don't know how much I like the stadium being put down turn 1. But the Skyfield will Shebe, set it for 5 new cards. Let's see, what can we find? Some Joltik, maybe another Pawniard, just in case this guy gets knocked out. Shaman, another Xerneas, so put that down. Shaman, set it for 2, and if we can find a Joltik right here, we'll be a-okay. And let's see what 2 cards we get. There's a Via Seeker and a Trainer's Mail, so we'll Trainer's Mail, grab an Ultra Ball, and we'll get this turn to maybe. I mean, right now he doesn't have any way to really attack us. I guess we should have discarded the Sycamore, but we'll grab a Joltik. Okay, we'll put that guy down, and we will just pass to my opponent's turn. Now, they could play, like, Enhanced Hammer or something. We have discarded 2 out of 7 Fairy Energies as well, which could bite us, but we'll see. I'm not too concerned, because all they did was just pass. But another Giratina coming to the field, and does my opponent just have a bad hand? Like, that's what it seems like right now. And, yeah, just a pass to our turn, so the dead draws are happening. So, Bisharp, we'll put down Galvantula, and we will Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Let's see what can we find with this Sycamore. Alright, there's a Max Elixir switch. Alright, so we got them. We'll play Max Elixir. Fairy Energy onto this guy. We will Fairy Energy this guy. We will switch into the Xerneas, and we will not take a knockout. We will be short with the Rainbow Force. Alright, so 190. If we had the Volcanion, we could take a knockout. And it's not looking good for our opponent. He's kind of just sitting there, just draw passing, which, I mean, unfortunately does happen. But, I mean, right now we're looking great. We can knock out the Darkrai, and then put a DC on this guy. Have 2 Xerneas ready to go. And then we can hit the Giratinas for weakness to take a knockout pretty easy on those guys. A Dark Energy going to Giratina, and just another pass. Okay, it's not good. We'll put a DC on this guy, and we'll just go for a Rainbow Force for the knockout. Going down to 4, Pariah Scar, so feeling kind of bad for our opponent. Go down to 4. We get a don't freeze on me, computer. Oh, come on now, internet. Don't do this to me. We'll go down to 4 though. Oh, okay, there we go. There's a Fairy Energy and a Joltik. Alright. So to my opponent's turn, they're probably send a Giratina. We'll just take a knock on it. Unless, like, I don't think Giratina can even knock out Xerneas next turn. Has 120 HP. The max they can do is 110 with Chaos Will. because Chaos Will with the fighting for unless they play Giovanni's game, then that can do plus 20 more to take a knockout, and it's not looking great for my opponent. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know if it's my internet or his internet, or just PTCGO just being kind of laggy. I know like the past 2 days they had a big server fix, and they didn't have anything for like 2 days straight. I was like, no, I need to play Pokemon. What are you doing? But here comes Giratina, and that Giratina is just not going to be living for very long. I mean, we can smack it for weakness, take a knock on it fairly easily. Like I think we're doing like 380 damage to it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There's a Parallel City, which will discard the Shaman and a Shaman. We still hit for weakness on the Giratina, so I'm not too scared. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. So 220 right now to hit for weakness. Unless my opponent plays Weakness Policy, which is that card even legal still? I don't know. But I'm still fairly confident. I mean, my opponent just kind of just draw passing, and there's a Lysander. Bring up the Bisharp, okay. And we'll see what happens. Now, we do have, like, Flow Stones. We have Switch left as well. So on our turn, we get a Fairy Energy. I'm just going to Fairy Energy the Galvantula, and we're just going to Sycamore, discard our hand, drawing 7 cards, and looking for a Switch, a Float Stone. Alright. So, I guess we'll just pass our turn. Yeah, we're going to pass in our turn, okay. On to our opponent's turn. And let's see what's going to happen. 3, 6, 9. Alright. Even if he knocks out the Bisharp, we still take a knockout with the Power Creation. I mean, not Power Creation, the Rainbow Force. Because 3, 6, 9, 10, 200. Okay, there's a Super Rod. Gonna shuffle a 3 combination of Pokemon energies and back to your deck. I don't know if like, I would actually probably hold off on the Super Rod, especially since they're dead drawing. You don't want to draw back into the Darkrai and Latios. Like, that's probably not the best thing to draw into, especially now since you're not doing anything. And 1 card in there. Yep, just pass on to our turn. Alright, so we get a DC. We'll put it on the active. We will retreat into the Xerneas. And we will Rainbow Force for the knockout, like doing a ton of damage, like 320, hit for weakness, whatever. We'll take it, go down to 2 prize cards, and it's not looking good for opponent. There's another Xerneas and a Switch. Giratina and onto our opponent's turn. This is this is probably one of the worst starts we've seen in a really long time. And we'll take the game for sure. I mean, I don't know. Like, even they not okay, there's Sycamore, but like, it's way too late. Like, there's no way they can win the game. Look at Lysander, we got DCE, we got everything we need. We got Switch if they play Escape Rope or something. Like, we have everything we need in our hand. Xerneas will take a knockout on this Giratina no matter what next turn. And I imagine we'll go to game number 2. And I imagine my opponent will go first. I apologize, this game was not very exciting. I mean, I guess we got double Shea start, got going, kept the party going, and now looks like we might not see anything happen or not. So Trainer's Belt, look at top cards of my opponent's deck. Gonna go with VS Seeker, which is not gonna help him too much. And let's see what will my opponent do here. Can they do anything or not? Like, if they play, I don't even know what they could play. Like, double enhanced damage, just pass onto our turn. We'll Rainbow Force for the knockout, doing another 320 damage to that Giratina. But this is best 2 out of 3, and we'll see. My opponent will probably go first, I imagine, again. So let's see. Let me tell him real quick that my chat doesn't work. Chat, oh, bad draws. I'm sorry. 1 second, guys. Alright. So he said, game 2, I pick, so I'll go first. Yeah, that's understandable. He'll go first. And, I mean, can we get a turn 1 knockout? He said it was brutal. I had no draw support. Yeah, just no draw support. Just have anything, which it does happen with any deck. You can play like 20 supporters at a 60-card deck, and you could just be very unlucky and just not hit any of them. And let's get that Rainbow Road. Make sure this is the right one. Yep, this is it. So we'll press Rainbow Road. We'll press accept. And on to game number 2. My opponent is going to go first. This is a best 2 out of 3. And let's see what's going to happen. Can we win another game or not and go 2-0 in this series? Tells we will. I mean, regardless, we're going second. I was like, oh, we're going first, but no, the loser gets to choose if they want to go first or second. So here we go. We start with Shaman. Oh, no. We start with Shaman. But we do have a max. Looks here. If we get an Ultra Ball, we could potentially get that turn 1 attack off. So press done. And show me the money. There is a Shavy, which is great for us. That's an easy knockout for us. Okay. So let's see. Does my opponent have anything this turn? I know last game they didn't really do anything. They kind of just drew past and We took the easy win there. There's a trade as well. Go look at the top cards of their deck and let's see can they find anything or not. But luckily with us, we have a trainer mail. We have an EXP share. Parallel City coming down almost immediately. I don't know if he should play that right now. He should definitely hold on to that. But he is going to play the Parallel City down. Going to give us, we're here, 3-bench Pokemon. We have Skyfield in our hand already. Alright, so we can counter that stadium almost immediately. And the question is, how many Parallel Cities does he have? I really don't care too much about Reverse Valley, because if we have a full bench of 5, we can do a ton of damage. And there we see it end. Yay! Alright. My opponent does have a support card on their first turn, but can they get rid of the Shaman? Can they put down the Pokemon art? Is my question. So there's a Xerneas, 3 Sycamores, a Ranger, and a VS Seeker. Oh my goodness. And is my opponent just going to pass this turn? That would not be good. I mean, he might be okay. Okay, so Dark Energy active, okay? And they have another poke, and just a pass on to our turn. Oh my goodness. So we're going to Ultra Ball, discard Sycamore and Ranger. With this, we'll grab Volcanion. Volcanion. There we go. We'll grab Volcanion. How many Max Elixirs are in here? There is... We could grab Shaman to draw more. We have 2 Max Elixirs, 2 Switch, a Flowstone. Do we just go for, like, the Shaman, get crazy turn 1, try to win the game right now? Yeah, sure, why not? So grab Shaman, put down Xerneas, put down Shebe, set up for 2, okay? Remember, we only have 3 bench spots, though. Alright, there's a Skyfield and a DC, so put down Skyfield. We'll put a DC on the Xerneas, and we'll Sycamore. Alright, let's see, what can we get off the Sycamore? Can we find a Max Elixir or not is the question. Switch, Trainer's Mail, okay, so Trainer's Mail. We will grab, okay, we're not gonna grab anything. We're gonna, we should have Love Ball first. That's the first thing we should have done, regardless, last turn. So we'll grab Joltik. We will put down Joltik. Trainer's Mail. We can't get the knockout now. Alright, there's a Max Elixir. So grab Max Elixir. Yeah, 3, 6. Yeah, there's no way to take a knockout. We'll Max Elixir. We'll grab a Fairy. Oh, man, if we had that Volcanion. 3, 6, 9. No, we still wouldn't have it. But switch into the Xerneas. And we will take a hit on that Shebe. So Rainbow Force, and not enough for a knockout. 70 damage. We needed 3, 6, 9, 12. We need 2 more Pokemon. Yeah, 2 more Pokemon. But on my opponent's turn, can they take a knockout this turn? I mean, be pretty crazy. We do have resistance to dark, which is great for us. Also, we can snipe that Shame with Galvantula as well, which is great. So there's a VS Seeker for an in. All right, I'm fine with this. Gonna give us a new hand of 6, which I'm A-okay with this because our hand is not the greatest. So there's an in. Both of us will get 6 new cards. And we did discard, what, 3 Sycamores and 2 VS Seekers on our first turn, which is gonna hurt us a lot in the late game. There's Galvantula. We can put Fairy Energy on that Galvantula. Darkrai coming down. And does he have a Fighting Fury Bell? Dark Energy in that guy, okay. Does he have a Max Elixir? Lishy, what does our opponent have? And just a pass on to our turn. Alright, so we get a Skyfield. We'll put down Galvantula. And I'm just going to give us a new hand of 6. I want to save the Fairy Energies for another Xerneas, maybe. Alright, okay, or not. We just guess we won't get anything. So I kind of want to DC a Shaman so we can Sky Turn it later. And yeah, we'll just Rainbow Force for the knockout. Alright, so go down to 5 prize cards, or 4 prize cards, sorry. So 1 and 2. I forget, I almost didn't say Shame was an EX. There's an Ultra Ball, so we can finally get a Volcanion, but I don't know if we can take a knockout next turn. I'm probably Ultra Ball for another Xerneas, actually. So Darkrai, Dark Energy, so 20, 40, 60. There's an in. We'll go down to 4 prize cards, so it goes down to, or here goes, we go 4 cards in our hand, he goes to 6. And let's see what's going to happen. Neither one of us are having that great of start. There's a Xerneas, a Fairy Energy. We can Ultra Ball for maybe Pawniard if we don't have anything else. Oh, maybe not Pawniard, maybe for a Volcanion. So Dark Energy on the Darkrai, and we can see a Dark Pulse for 20, 40, 60, 80, minus 20, which is 60. Yep, so Dark Pulse for 60 damage. Alright, so on our turn, what do we get? We get a Floatstone. So I'm going to put down Xerneas, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So yeah, we're going to Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. We will grab a Volcanion. Come to me, Volcanion. Alright, so put down Volcanion. We will Fairy Energy this Xerneas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 190 damage to that Darkrai. And things are looking great for us. All we need next turn is a DC to win this game. Alright, so take 2 prize cards. Well, if he knocks us out, we need a DC and another Pokemon. But there's a Pawniard. On to our opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. Going to draw a card. Darkrai is not going to take a knockout, though. 20, 40, 60. Minus 20 is 40. Oh, man. Can this one Xerneas take all 6 prize cards? My opponent has had the worst starts ever. Like, hasn't got a Giratina out either game. Hasn't really done anything. Wow, this is just very unfortunate for my opponent. Now, if they do... Okay, there's Giratina. If they do play a Parallel City, we'll have to bump it down to 3. I guess we'll discard, like, double Shaybase, maybe? Like, I don't know if I like that or not. There's a VS Secret Fort in, I imagine. We'll go down to 2 prize cards. I mean, 2 cards in our hand, alright? So they go in, and we'll go down to 2. I mean, we have the same amount as we have right now, so, but let's see what do we get off the 2. There's a Fair Energy and an N. I mean, regardless, we have the knockout right now, 20, 40, 60. Minus 20 is only 40. And if he just attacks, we win the game, because we can just hit for a knockout with the Xerneas deck. And what will my opponent do? He needs to retreat to his Giratina. But if he retreats to Giratina, we hit for weakness. Oh no, like it is bad either way. So he needs to retreat to the Trubbish. That's the play right now. Escape rope. Alright, so there we go. We'll sit at the Shaman. He's going to sit at the Trubbish, most likely. Alright, and yeah, so things are still not looking good for our opponent, though. So Trubbish come up. If we top deck a Lysander, man, that would just... Ooh, that'd be so bad. Super Rod, gonna shuffle 3 combination of Pokemon energies back to their deck. So there's 3 Darks going to their deck, okay. He might play like Max Elixir or something. I mean, he does probably play Max Elixir, most likely. And a pass on to our turn. Alright, so we get a Skyfield. I'm going to Fair Energy the Xerneas and just get a new hand of 2. And let's see, what do we get? There's a Bisharp and a Pawniard, alright? So, I'm going to put down this guy. I think I'm just going to retreat and take a knockout. We could Sky Turn. Oh, let's cancel. Because what we could do is just Sky Turn for 30, have the DC in your hand, have 2 Xerneas ready to go to win the following turn. So yeah, let's just Sky Turn for 30. I like that play a little bit better. We'll sit at the Shaman. Yeah, alright, so in our opponent's turn, let's see what's going to happen. If he does attack with the Darkrai, we can attack with Xerneas to win the game. If he licenses this guy, we have a DC this guy to win the game that way. We have Pawniard, some other stuff as well, so things are looking great for us. Trainer's Mail, going to look at top cards of their deck. And let's see what will my opponent do with that Trainer's Mail. What would they do with the Trainer's Mail? But next turn we got a Pawniard. I mean, we are good to go next turn. But if he bumps this down to 3, I'll probably discard... I don't even know then. That'd be bad if you Parallel Cities right now. Because Xerneas, Galvantula, Volcanion, probably? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, I mean, that'd still be a knockout if he does get the Parallel City. I mean, we have a Shaman to counter that as well. But let's see, what will the Trainers well get my opponent? There's a Reverse Valley, which we're actually okay with. Like, if he puts down Reverse Valley, we still have 5 Pokemon, which is perfect. So Reverse Valley coming down, we go down to 5, whatever. I mean, if he attacks his turn, without knocking out Xerneas, we win. Like, that's plain and simple. So Dark Energy going to Darkrai, okay. And what will my opponent do now? I mean, on my turn, I'm probably not... I mean, depends on what we top deck. Like, if we top deck a Flowstone, a Switch, we can just switch, take a knockout on the Trubbish, while sending up both Xerneas, which is really good. We've seen Ultra Ball discarding a Latios and a Trubbish, maybe? I'm not sure what the other card was. I wasn't paying attention. But can my opponent find a way to knock out the Xerneas? That's the big question. But if they do that, he knows we have a DC with these Xerneas to take the game. He really needs a Parallel City, but he already put down a Reverse Valley. For those who don't know, you can only put down one stadium card per turn. Oh, yeah, per turn. So, we see a Baby Evital going to their hand, okay. And what else will my... Just pass on to our turn, alright? So, we get a Flowstone. Alright, so put down this guy. The top decks are real. Put down Flowstone, retreat into the Xerneas, put a DC on this guy, and we'll just Rainbow Force for a ton of damage. Alright, so what can my opponent do now is the big question. We'll go down to 1 price card. There's a Bisharp. Don't really care about that. And if my opponent knocks us out, we send the Xerneas, take the win, because 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. So even if he does put down a Parallel City, then things become different. So there's Sycamore. Go and discard the hand, draw 7 new cards, and see what will my opponent find. Oh, baby, there's a Fighting Field going to Darkrai. Don't care about that. We still can knock it out. Double Dragon coming down. And, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 10, or 7, 40, 21 plus 2 is a knockout. So let's see. Does the opponent have Enhanced Hammer, Crushing Hammer? Discard these energies. That'd probably be the best play, but then we have Shaman to set up some more cards in our hand, and it looks like we will win this series, go 2-0 against this Darkrai Giratina deck. A fighting female going to that guy, okay? And there's Dark Pulse for the knockout, but we have these Xerneas. We'll send it up, and we'll hit my opponent for a ton of damage with this Xerneas. So go Xerneas. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. There's an EXP share, which we haven't seen in either game, but we'll Rainbow Force for the knockout, taking that 2-0 victory against this Darkrai Giratina deck. And guys, this is why I love Rainbow Road so much. I think it's one of the strongest decks, like I said. Oh man, but guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. We'll play in round number 3 of this PTCGO tournament series. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Alrighty, guys. Bye. Alright, guys. I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.